Hi, I'm going to give my review today for the Chef's Limited Whistling Teapot. Here is what the box looks like. There we go. And here's what the actual teapot looks like. Now, it might be hard to see in the video, but when I first received this, had a good portion of the names actually rubbed off. There we go. So, I mean, really, that's not the biggest deal. The only thing I was concerned with was that it might have been a return that was still sent to me anyway, full price, which Amazon's policy is not to do that. They have the unboxed options. However, it looked clean enough inside, didn't look scratched or anything, so I went on to use it. Now, one thing that confused me a little bit was this part. I am used to a little push button spout doodad, I guess you'd say. So I was a little concerned with how hot this would actually get. So the first thing that my husband and I did was go, well, I mean, if you angle it so that these nice nifty little air vent holes are not up and down, then maybe it'll actually make it cooler for your hands and it'll be a lot safer, which is what we did. And after about 20 minutes on the stove and me wondering where exactly my tea was, I went, checked out my water, and realized that half of the water had actually boiled away and there was no whistle. So I was a little concerned by that because to me that's a big safety hazard. I listen for that whistle so that I know that the water is boiling and I know that it is time for me to turn the stove off. Not having that kind of worries me a little bit. So the next time I went and put it so that the vents were straight up and down, and it turns out that this part does not really get that hot, so you can still, if you're careful, pull it off without getting any real steam coming in contact with your skin. But still a little concerned by the lack of whistle when it's turned the other way, because then if I don't remember to actually make sure it's vertical, then I'm in trouble. Another thing I noticed was that for some strange, bizarre reason, after the second use of this, it makes this weird rattling sound as soon as it gets on the stove. And I mean literally that, I have a gas stove, that flame comes on and it just starts rattling. It almost sounds like the teapot I have currently does when it's getting ready to boil. So that kind of like low rumbling right before the water's actually going to boil and your teapot's going to kettle or boil and whistle is what it sounds like, which to me is kind of strange. I'm not exactly sure, other than this part right here, which you can probably hear the jingling, not a rattling sound. I'm not sure exactly what it could be. And we weren't sure if maybe it's the design of the bottom. Like you can see it's kind of got this weird beveling going on here. Not sure exactly what the function of that is. Didn't really see anything on the box about it or on the page on Amazon, but whatever. Maybe it looks neat and that's why they're going for. But yeah, so between that discouraging me and the fact that when this actually does whistle, it is a relatively quiet whistle, I'm really not a big fan of this teapot. With the one I have currently, I can hear it out on my enclosed back porch. So what I'll do is I will come home from work, I will put the kettle on, I will let it start to boil, and then I'll go through my routine of getting changed out of my work clothes, and then I'll go and generally try and find some frozen veggies in the freezer out on my enclosed back porch, and then I can hear this when it boils. My husband actually had to come hunt me down because he was so tired of hearing the damn thing whistle that he couldn't take it anymore, and he found me to let me know that it was whistling, which to me is probably not a good sign because I have a pretty big house, and if I can't hear it when my back porch is 10 feet away from my stove, it's a little bit of a concern. So basically, overall, I'm not impressed with this product. Not impressed with the fact that I can't hear the damn thing when it whistles, and the fact that I've used it twice and this weird little cap thing is already loose. Also not impressed. So quite frankly, I just really do not recommend this. I will put the link in the description below if you want to give it a chance, and best of luck to you if you do. Thank you.